Jungle trees are awkward to work with. They grow these jutting branches, and they don't like growing near each other. Now, this usually isn't a big deal because if you want a lot of wood, you just choose an easier tree to deal with. But what if you want specifically jungle wood to work with because you're crazy? You could build an automatic farm for it, but because of the jungle tree's awkwardness, it can be kind of complex or annoying or not as efficient for the worth of building it and the resources going into it. So I have a middle ground solution. You could build a contraption like this one. This is a manual farm, but it does some things to help you be more efficient with it. When you step on this pressure plate, you got bone meal dispensers to automatically grow all 4 trees. And then you just keep walking backwards with your diamond axe. And you go up the water stream and you get to the top of the tree pretty quickly. And then you just chop down the tree like normal. You get down to the end and you just replant the jungle saplings, step on the pressure plate again, and wait for it to grow. Now, it might not grow immediately because the jungle trees, again, they're finicky and they're awkward. Right now, all these leaves above it are preventing these growing, but that's why we got 4 suckers right here. So we can leave that alone. Just go step back in the water stream and just choose a different tree. And eventually, either a tree will just grow naturally like that one behind us, if you see here, or they will just grow from the bone meal eventually like this one. But yeah, you can just keep repeating this process, going up the water elevator, just mining down trees. Some will grow naturally, some will insta-grow because of the bone meal. Oh, that, that one grew pretty fast. And it's just pretty simple. The redstone here is very simplistic, doesn't cost you that much resources. The only thing that's really necessary is the soul sand from the nether for the water elevator. You don't need to have these bone meal dispensers, especially because if you're doing this earlier in the game, you might not have a good source of bone meal. And this can work generally fine without it, since you can just wait for the trees to naturally grow. And the other benefit of this being a manual farm is that when you need the jungle leaves, you can just shear them. Where most automatic farms, you wouldn't get the leaves because they are crushing them or blowing them up with the TNT. You do also have to pick up all the items manually yourself. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can make a water catching system like this one over here. So that'll catch the majority of the items from your tree and deposit them into these 2 hoppers down here, which can save you even more time because you're not running around collecting all the items. You can just keep going up there, chop down tree, up there, chop down tree. And I will show you how to build both of these. Here are the resources you're going to need for the build. You're going to want 4 stacks and 8 fence gates, 16 dirt, 4 soul sand, some water buckets, 4 stacks of 33 kelp. And if you want the auto bone meal feature, you're going to want 4 sticky pistons, 4 dispensers, 8 observers, 44 redstone dust, 4 redstone repeaters, and 8 stone pressure plates. And then finally, if you want to make the water catcher, you're going to need at least 2 hoppers and some chests, some 4 chests. And you already got the water buckets for making the water. And of course, make sure you have plenty of blocks to build with. I'm going to be building with jungle planks here and bamboo planks. Choose where you want the center of your farm to be. This is where you're going to place the 4 soul sand. I chose to elevate it up a little bit because I just wanted it a little higher. And then you're going to want to put fence gates all around. You're going to want to build up 33 blocks with all the fence gates, including the first one we place. So 33 blocks total for each fence gate area around the soul sand. Crap, I did not count. And if you forgot to start counting like me, then you can build up alongside it a little guide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. And with this guide, you will then not have to count. You just build up the fence gate up to where you built up your guide. The fence gates can be a little bit annoying to get on top of, so you can just place a temporary block just to get on top of the fence gate. Oh, also, I didn't think about this, but if you aren't able to place a fence gate on top without, like, opening the fence gate, it's because you need to hold down shift. So hold down shift, and then you can place on top of it. And once you got all your fence gates in, just place some temporary blocks like this. Put your water down. Refill your water because might as well. Break these blocks. Let the water fall down. And then also get rid of your guide if you made one. Now you're going to want to open up all the fence gates. And don't miss a few like I did. And once you finish up opening all the fence gates, you're going to want to take your kelp so that we can turn all of these into water source blocks. Just place them like this. If you want, you don't actually need like all the kelp to be placed at once. You can just use like a stack of kelp or half a stack of kelp and just place it. Just gotta have enough kelp to place it in one column, destroy it in the one column, and then like reuse it for the next column. But I just decided I wanted kelp for, I want enough kelp for all columns at once. Alrighty then, and then you just destroy the ones at the bottom, and we got a water vader. Wahoo! Next, on each side of your water column, you're going to want to build out 6 blocks, including this one next to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do it for both sides like this. And then this is where you're going to place your 2x2 dirt. And just repeat that on all sides. With all 4 sides done, you can definitely stop right here if you're fine just relying on your trees growing naturally. But if you want the automatic Bonemeal system as well, then, well, I'll show you. 2 blocks out from the water column, so 1, 2 here, is where you're going to place your pressure plates. Do this on all sides. And then on the end here, just go out 2 blocks. And place your dispenser facing inwards here. To help you with that orientation, just shift while placing. And then put a temporary block here. Place the observer facing that way. So that way it can detect the other observer once it goes up. And place the other observer so that the face is facing the wood here. Right under it is where you're going to put a sticky piston facing upwards like this. And then you're going to want to go 8 blocks this direction with your redstone so that you're under the pressure plates. And place redstone under both pressure plates so that they both work. And then you'll want to place a repeater just right in front of where the pressure plate signals are going to come in. But now that you've done this part, just repeat it again on all 4 sides. And once you finish doing all 4 sides, you're going to want to connect them up. Do it from where the repeater is. So like this, and then like this, and then they'll join in the middle to where there'll be like a 2x2 in the middle. And then just place all your redstone here. And now just load up all your dispensers with bone meal. If your trees are struggling to grow, like they just won't grow no matter how much bone meal you put, if you encounter this issue, this is what you're going to need to do. It's because of this dispenser here. For some reason, sometimes it just won't like it there. So what you'll need to do is you'll just need to find the location that it will like. So let's say I put this over here. And then I'll try and bone meal it and see if it can grow with the dispenser being over there. Nope, doesn't like the dispenser there. Let's try and put the dispenser over here. Yeah, it liked the dispenser over there. So, and then after you do that, you just gotta reconnect the dispenser system down to here. I'll show you an example real quick of how I'm gonna reconnect this one onto the side. So it's pretty simple. You just follow how we made it before. Let's put an observer there. It's gotta be facing the correct direction. And make sure there's the piston facing under it. Just run redstone under there. And make sure to place the other observer here. And get rid of this block. And now this should work. Yep, there you go. You can now stop here as well. But if you want the water collection feature, then I'll show you how to build that right now. If you have a bunch of blocks in the way like I do, you might want to clear some of that out. So come to one of the ends, and from the observer, you're going to go out 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from to the right of this, you're going to jut this out by 1 so that it lines up with like the middle path over here. Now from both sides here, you're going to want to go 17 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And just repeat it on all sides. And if you did it correct, there should be an empty block space right here in the corner. And then wherever there's empty space like here on the ground, you'll want to fill that in. I like to put a ladder right here just so I can get out. And then I also like to put ladders over here, mainly because the ground level over here is lower. This will just help me get in and out. Once you got all your 4 walls on all sides, come to one of the corners and you're going to build a 4x4 square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. I forgot to say, but just make sure that the 4x4 is 3 blocks down from the top of the wall there, so that there's a 2 block gap right here. And then we're going to want to place the water. So when you place the water, it's going to do this. So to prevent this, because we want the water flowing this whole area, we're going to put up temporary blocks here so that we can get the water to flow like this. And then destroy the blocks. And then repeat this on all 4 corners. Now you're going to want to go to the edge of where the water's flowing and just dig down. And fill any extra blocks you took too much away from. And if you got more blocks here, then of course just clear them out. And if you're not digging this water item collection out of the land like I am, and instead of building it completely, then you're going to want to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out in this direction. And then you want this side to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that on this side as well. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then make sure this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just go diagonal and connect the ends. And then just repeat this on all 4 corners. Once you finish that, you're going to come to one of the sides. And in the middle here, you're going to place 2 blocks. And then we're going to place 2 water buckets here. The reason for this is so that we can make sure the flow makes all the water flow to the center. And then just repeat this on all sides. And once you finish all that, we're going to come all the way to where the water stops here. You can see it makes this kind of outward shape. You want to come to where it's like here. And this is where you're going to mine down another block. And just do it up to right here as well. And then just go on the diagonal with the water pattern flow. And just do this on all the sides. And again, if there's anything in the way here, just clear it out. Once you have that done, we're going to need to fix this water pattern right here. Because right now, if the item falls down here, it will get stuck. So it's just as simple as we just place some temporary blocks right here. And then we just break them. And now this should fix the problem, because even when an item falls there, it will eventually flow down the middle. And just do this on all sides. Oh, and then here are the measurements for if you're building this instead of digging it out. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Moving on, we're almost done. So you just want to trace the shape here of the water. So dig it out like this. And dig out everything left over. And just go to the center, pick any 2 diagonals, and place your hoppers pointing downwards. And again, for those building this out, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks out for this layer. And then the normal diagonal. And then it's time to build out the chest room. So dig a space under here. Replace the, oh, well, not with sand, but replace the blocks up here so that there's no water coming in here. Preferably if you can actually replace these with transparent blocks so that you can open the chest. Like so. And then just place your chest down. And there we go. The items will go down to here. So if you dug into the earth like I have, you just need to dig out so you can access the chest later. So I'm going to dig out in this direction. The minimum distance you need to dig out from the center here is you go from here and you dig out 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then you just dig upwards and get yourself some ladders going up. And there we go. We have an entrance to the chest area. And if you're building all this floating above the ground, then you have this part done a lot easier. And if you want to add more storage space capacity, then of course you can just add some. For me, I'm going to dig down an extra 2 blocks here. And then you can just do something like this. And voila, your storage space has increased. It is a bit chaotic, but it works. So that you can do long tree mining sessions without having to worry about moving the resources around. So one extra thing, actually, I suggest probably building blocks out here at the very least, even if you have the water catch system, because when the tree is grown but you're done cutting trees and you want to leave, you would have to dig through the tree, which you can do if you want, but at least this way you can kind of parkour away from it while still leaving enough empty space for stuff to fall down and get caught by the water. Or if you don't care about some potential loss of items, then you can add another block in the corners here just to make it a little easier. And then that's it. You're good to start using this. So yeah, enjoy. I hope this was helpful for you. I am hoping to get a lot of use out of it myself in this survival world here. Well, happy Minecrafting to you, and see you next time, hopefully.